Hello everyone, Mr. Creepy as Hell here. Before we get started with this video, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you cut on all notification bells as well to make sure you get notified whenever I release a new video. Also, if you enjoy this video, please like and share. It really helps me out. And one more thing, when you're watching my videos,
make sure you keep all the lights on.
Growing up, I didn't have the easiest of childhoods. Matter of fact, it was a really hard childhood I had. My mother wasn't in the picture, and my father was a raging alcoholic who would leave long periods of time to go to the bar and to feed on his addictions. This night was no different. I also want to mention that I was actually only 7 years old, so I was a little bit too young to stay at home by myself. But my alcoholic father didn't care. He just wanted to drink and drink until he passed out. And it really angered me, even at that young age. But I said nothing. I also want to clarify, this happened back in 2016. The reason why I'm mentioning the year, because you'll find out eventually. I remember I was sitting in the living room, just watching TV all day. It was 7 o'clock at night. It was around October. As I was watching TV, I looked up outside the window where we had one of the curtains open, and I almost wanted to have a heart attack. There was a clown, just slowly beckoning his hands back and forth while looking at me with this very predatory smile. At that age, I hated clowns because they creeped me out. The clown then held a balloon up and turned it into a balloon animal like most clowns do. I slowly got up from the couch and I ran upstairs and shut my door and locked it. I stayed in my room thinking that I was safe, but I was dead wrong. I heard the window downstairs shattering, and I heard footsteps coming upstairs rapidly. I got up and ran into my closet, and I hid behind my clothes. Before I done that though, I made sure to grab a chair and a table in my room, and I barricaded the door, even though the door was locked, but I wanted to be sure. And I ran into my closet and hid under my clothes. I heard my door banging like someone was trying to come in. I knew it was the clown. The clown kept on forcing itself in, and then eventually I heard something snap, and the door opened. I heard stuff being moved around. What made this even more creepier is the clown never said nothing. He was emotionless. He had no emotions to his face. He didn't even talk. He just walked around in my room. I was scared to the point tears started to roll down my cheeks. I didn't know what to do at the moment. I had no cell phone, and the only phone that was in the house was downstairs. And there was no way I was going to try to attempt to go down there and call someone while that clown was in my room. I was frightened. And then the clown came near the closet. And in a moment of horror, the clown opened up the door. And he moved the clothes that I had on me. He grabbed me. He didn't say anything. He just grabbed me. I screamed and yelled and kicked the clown, pleading with him to let me go. But he didn't listen. He grabbed me and walked me outside. There was a white van that was out there near the house. I knew that if I go in there, I was going to never see my father or civilization again. But before that can happen, one of the neighbors came up and pulled out a gun and threatened the clown. The clown dropped me to the ground, hard enough where I felt a little bit of pain, but I was more relieved that I was free. The clown got inside the van and drove off fast. The guy that saved me tried to shoot at the van, but nothing happened. He ran and asked me was I okay, and he took me to the hospital and he called the police as well. After everything happened, the cops found my father and they had him arrested for child endangerment. He had me in that house alone at such a very young age where I wasn't quite ready to be alone yet. After word got out about this, My father's sister, my aunt, heard about what happened, and eventually she adopted me. As I'm telling you this story right now, I'm living with her. I would later find out that there was an epidemic going around back in 2016 where people dressed up as clowns to scare people. It was all fun and games, but this clown that I encountered was different. He really had some sinister intentions for me. And had my neighbor not stepped in and pulled a gun on the clown, there was no telling what could have happened to me. I'm still here, but ever since that day, I still hate clowns. Matter of fact, I hate clowns even more than I did back then. Anything involving a clown, I won't watch.